Mastering Your Mind, a Stoic journey to inner peace and resilience. In a world saturated with external stimuli and fleeting emotions, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a timeless path to inner peace and resilience. Are you tired of being tossed about by the whims of circumstance, of replaying past regrets and fretting about future uncertainties? Then it's time to embark on a journey of mental mastery, to harness the power of your mind and transform it into an unwavering ally. Forget the illusions of control and the pursuit of fleeting pleasures. This is about cultivating a fortress within, a sanctuary of tranquility that remains unshaken by the storms of life. Drawing inspiration from the wisdom of Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, we'll explore 10 essential lessons that empower you to take control of your thoughts, emotions, and reactions, guiding you toward a life of purpose, balance, and enduring inner peace. This is more than just a philosophical exercise. It's a practical guide to navigating the complexities of modern life with the calm confidence and unwavering resilience of a true Stoic. Lesson 1. The power of perception, shaping your reality. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, imparted a profound lesson that echoes through the ages. Our perception of the world shapes our experience of it. This isn't merely a philosophical musing, but a practical tool for navigating the complexities of life. It underpins the Stoic belief in the power of the mind and the potential for inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. Our perceptions, the lens through which we view our surroundings, ultimately define our reality. By consciously choosing our perceptions, we can navigate life's vicissitudes with equanimity and grace. Aurelius famously stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." This powerful sentiment forms the bedrock of our exploration. It suggests that the key to enduring happiness and strength lies not in altering our external world, but in transforming our internal one. This concept underscores the incredible power we possess to influence our experience of the world. While we may not be able to change the events that unfold around us, we can certainly change how we perceive and react to them. This power of perception is not a naive denial of reality, but a conscious choice to focus on the positive, to find opportunities for growth, and to maintain a sense of perspective in the face of adversity. Practical exercise, reflective journaling. To cultivate this power of perception, engage in reflective journaling each morning. Write down your immediate thoughts and feelings. Throughout the day, note any negative perceptions and actively reframe them into positive or neutral perspectives. Reflect on how this changes your emotional response to events. Challenge a negative belief about a recurring situation by identifying evidence that contradicts it. For instance, if you believe you always perform poorly in meetings, recall a time you contributed effectively. This practice of reflective journaling acts as a cognitive reframing tool, enabling us to challenge ingrained negative thought patterns and replace them with more constructive perspectives. It allows us to become more aware of our habitual interpretations of events and to consciously choose alternative narratives that promote well-being and resilience. Lesson 2. The Stoic practice of rationality and control, investing your energies wisely. Building upon the foundation of Stoicism as taught by Marcus Aurelius, we delve into the second profound lesson, the practice of rationality and the understanding of control. This lesson, pivotal to Stoic philosophy, guides us in discerning the aspects of life within our control and those beyond it. It encourages us to invest our energies wisely, focusing on our internal fortitude rather than external circumstances, a theme Aurelius passionately advocated for. This understanding of what we can and cannot control is essential for emotional stability and effective action. By focusing our efforts on what we can influence, such as our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, we can avoid wasting energy on futile attempts to change the unchangeable. This practice fosters a sense of empowerment and allows us to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Practical exercise, rational decision-making. To incorporate this lesson into your daily life, practice rational decision-making. When faced with a decision, list the pros and cons. Ask yourself which choice aligns best with rational thought rather than emotional impulse. Practice this for small daily decisions to build the habit. When feeling overwhelmed, list out the aspects of a situation you can control versus those you cannot. Focus your energy on actionable items, letting go of concerns outside your control. This exercise cultivates the habit of approaching decisions with a balanced and reasoned perspective, rather than being driven by impulsive emotions or external pressures. It promotes a sense of self-efficacy and empowers us to take ownership of our choices, knowing that we have carefully considered the available information and acted in accordance with our values. Lesson 3. Cultivating mind control and inner serenity, building your inner citadel. Moving deeper into the realm of Stoic philosophy, Lesson 3 focuses on an essential aspect of Stoicism as taught by Marcus Aurelius, controlling the mind to achieve inner serenity. This lesson revolves around the principle that true peace comes from within, not from external circumstances. It explores the Stoic belief in the immense power of the mind and how we can harness it to cultivate a life of tranquility and resilience. This concept highlights the importance of inner cultivation as the foundation for a fulfilling life. By mastering our thoughts and emotions, we can create a sanctuary of peace within ourselves that remains impervious to the external chaos of the world. This is not about escaping reality, but about developing the mental fortitude to navigate it with grace and wisdom. The philosophy posits that our inner world holds the key to our emotional and mental well-being. Marcus Aurelius, with his profound insights, taught that the turbulence we often experience is not due to external events, but rather our reactions to them. This realization empowers us to take control of our mental state. This realization is liberating, as it shifts the locus of control from external factors to our own internal world. By recognizing that our reactions are a choice, we can consciously choose to respond with reason, empathy, and resilience, rather than being swept away by impulsive emotions. Practical exercise, mindful breathing. To cultivate this control over your mind, practice mindful breathing. In moments of stress, pause and focus on your breath for a few minutes. Use this time to detach from chaotic thoughts and return your mind to a state of calm. Practice saying, "I choose not to give this power over me," when encountering stressful situations. Recognize that your reaction is a choice. This simple yet powerful exercise helps to anchor us in the present moment, allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. It creates a space for reflection and allows us to consciously choose our response, rather than being driven by reactive impulses. Lesson 4. Mastering responses to external events. Embracing the dichotomy of control. Continuing our exploration of Stoic philosophy, we delve into Lesson 4, which focuses on mastering our responses to external events. This lesson, deeply rooted in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, is a cornerstone of Stoic thought. It emphasizes that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we have absolute power over how we respond. This concept is crucial for maintaining mental equilibrium and cultivating a life of peace and resilience. At the heart of this lesson lies the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control, a concept that differentiates between what is within our power and what is not. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers stress the importance of focusing our energy on our own actions and attitudes, which are within our control, rather than external events, which are not. This understanding helps us to avoid unnecessary frustration and to direct our efforts more productively. This principle is transformative, as it liberates us from the futile pursuit of controlling the uncontrollable and empowers us to focus our energies on what truly matters: our own character, actions, and attitudes. By accepting the limitations of our influence, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and resilience that is unshaken by the whims of fortune. An essential aspect of mastering responses to external events is the ability to reframe our perception of challenges. Instead of viewing obstacles as impediments, Stoicism teaches us to see them as opportunities for personal growth and the practice of virtue. This shift in perspective transforms our approach to life's difficulties, allowing us to engage with them constructively and with a calm mind. This reframing of challenges is not a naive Pollyannaism, but a conscious choice to see potential for growth and learning in every situation. It allows us to transform adversity into an opportunity to cultivate virtues such as patience, resilience, and fortitude. Practical exercise, the Stoic pause. To cultivate this mindful response, practice the Stoic pause. Whenever you feel a strong emotional reaction, pause for 10 seconds before responding. Use this time to consider a rational and composed reaction. If you receive criticism, instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to consider if there's constructive feedback. Respond thoughtfully, focusing on learning rather than reacting. This simple practice helps to create a space between stimulus and response, allowing us to consciously choose our reaction rather than being driven by impulsive emotions. It promotes a sense of self-control and empowers us to respond to challenges with greater wisdom and equanimity. Lesson 5. Developing resilience through acceptance. Loving what is. In our continuing journey through Stoic philosophy, we arrive at Lesson 5, which centers on the development of resilience through acceptance. This lesson, deeply inspired by the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers, explores the concept of accepting what we cannot change and using this acceptance as a foundation for building mental strength and resilience. This concept underscores the importance of aligning ourselves with reality rather than resisting it. By accepting what we cannot change, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and create a foundation for building inner strength and resilience. Stoicism teaches that much of our distress comes not from external events themselves, but from our resistance to them. The Stoics, including Aurelius, advocated for a radical acceptance of whatever life presents us. This doesn't mean passive resignation, but rather an active acceptance that acknowledges the reality of the situation and then works within those parameters. This radical acceptance is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to our strength and wisdom. It allows us to focus our energies on what we can influence and to navigate life's challenges with greater grace and effectiveness. Practical exercise, daily acceptance affirmations. To cultivate this acceptance, engage in daily acceptance affirmations. Each morning, identify one thing outside your control and verbally accept it. It could be as simple as acknowledging the weather. This practice builds acceptance of larger, uncontrollable life events. When experiencing a setback, instead of dwelling on frustration, acknowledge it as part of your journey. Reflect on what it teaches you about persistence or adaptability. This exercise helps to train our minds to embrace the reality of our circumstances rather than resisting them. It promotes a sense of inner peace and allows us to focus our energies on what we can control, such as our actions, attitudes, and responses. Lesson 6. Fostering emotional agility with Stoicism. Navigating the emotional landscape with wisdom. As we progress in our exploration of Stoic philosophy, Lesson 6 focuses on fostering emotional agility as a means to control the mind. This concept, deeply ingrained in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers, is about developing the ability to navigate our emotions effectively, allowing us to respond to life's vicissitudes with resilience and wisdom. Emotional agility, in the Stoic context, is not about suppressing or denying our emotions, but about understanding and managing them with reason and wisdom. It's about recognizing our emotional triggers, acknowledging our feelings, and choosing our responses in a way that aligns with our values and goals. Emotional agility in Stoicism is the ability to experience our emotions fully while maintaining the capacity to think and act rationally. It involves recognizing and accepting our emotions without being overwhelmed or controlled by them. This skill is crucial in enabling us to face life's challenges with clarity and balance. This agility is essential for navigating the complexities of life with both empathy and resilience. It allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, while maintaining our inner peace and composure in the face of adversity. Practical exercise, emotional labeling. To cultivate this emotional agility, practice emotional labeling. Whenever you feel a strong emotion, label it. I am feeling anxious. Then rationalize why you feel this way and how you can address it logically. In moments of joy, take time to fully experience and savor the emotion. Reflect on what this positive emotion teaches you about your values and priorities. This exercise helps to develop our emotional intelligence by increasing our awareness of our feelings and their underlying causes. It allows us to approach our emotions with curiosity and compassion, rather than being swept away by them. Lesson 7. Cultivating Stoic detachment for mental equilibrium. Finding freedom in perspective. In our exploration of Stoic philosophy, Lesson 7 delves into the practice of Stoic detachment as a method for controlling the mind. This lesson, rooted in the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers, emphasizes the importance of cultivating a sense of detachment from external circumstances and internal emotions to achieve mental equilibrium. Stoic detachment is not about indifference or a lack of empathy, but rather about maintaining an objective distance from things we cannot control. It involves recognizing that our happiness and peace of mind should not be dependent on external factors or the flux of our emotions. This detachment allows us to respond to life's events with clarity and composure. This detachment is not a form of emotional suppression, but a conscious choice to maintain perspective and avoid becoming overly attached to outcomes or external validations. It's about recognizing that true happiness comes from within, not from the pursuit of fleeting pleasures or the avoidance of pain. A key aspect of Stoic detachment is learning to separate our core self from the events that occur around us. This separation helps us understand that while we may be affected by external events, they do not define us or our capacity for happiness. By internalizing this, we gain a greater sense of control over our reactions and mental state. This separation is empowering, as it allows us to maintain our sense of self-worth and inner peace regardless of external circumstances. It allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and equanimity. Practical exercise, detachment reflection. To cultivate this detachment, practice detachment reflection. Identify a situation that typically upsets you. Reflect on why it affects you and practice viewing it objectively, without emotional attachment. When watching the news and feeling overwhelmed by global events, remind yourself of your circle of influence and focus your energy there, practicing detachment from global worries. This exercise helps to create a sense of emotional distance from events that typically trigger strong reactions. It allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting caught up in them, promoting a sense of inner calm and perspective. Lesson 8. The Stoic practice of reflective meditation, examining the inner landscape. In the 8th lesson of our journey through Stoic philosophy, we focus on the practice of reflective meditation as a means of controlling the mind. Stemming from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers, this lesson highlights the importance of introspection and contemplation in achieving mental clarity and self-mastery. Reflective meditation in Stoicism involves a deep and thoughtful examination of one's thoughts, actions, and experiences. Unlike other forms of meditation that emphasize clearing the mind, Stoic reflective meditation encourages active engagement with one's inner thoughts and feelings, analyzing them through the lens of Stoic principles. This active engagement with our inner thoughts is essential for self-awareness and personal growth. It allows us to identify our strengths and weaknesses, to challenge our limiting beliefs, and to align our actions with our values. Central to this practice is the concept of self-examination. It involves regularly assessing our behaviors and attitudes, asking ourselves whether they align with Stoic virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. This introspective process helps us identify areas for personal growth and cultivate a more disciplined and virtuous life. This self-examination is not a form of self-criticism, but a compassionate inquiry into our own character and actions. It allows us to identify areas where we can improve and to cultivate virtues that promote well-being and resilience. Practical exercise, evening Stoic reflection. To incorporate this practice into your daily routine, engage in evening Stoic reflection. Spend 10 minutes each evening reflecting on your day. Consider how Stoic principles were or were not applied in your actions and thoughts, and plan for improvements the next day. Visualize a challenging scenario and mentally rehearse how you might apply Stoic principles in that situation, focusing on maintaining inner peace and rational thinking. This evening reflection allows us to review our day with a Stoic lens, identifying areas where we can improve our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. It also allows us to mentally prepare for future challenges by rehearsing our responses in advance. Lesson 9. Embracing a more fatty, loving your fate. In our continuing exploration of Stoic philosophy, Lesson 9 revolves around the concept of a more fatty, a term that translates to love of fate or love of one's fate. This Stoic principle, emphasized by Marcus Aurelius and later adopted and expanded by Friedrich Nietzsche, teaches the importance of embracing everything that happens in life, both good and bad, with a loving acceptance. This mindset is integral to controlling the mind and achieving serenity. Amor fati is about more than just accepting one's fate. It's about actively loving and embracing everything that life throws our way. It's the understanding that everything that occurs, be it seemingly positive or negative, is an essential part of the tapestry of our existence. This concept encourages us to see every event, every moment, as an opportunity for growth and learning. This loving acceptance of our fate is not a passive resignation, but a proactive embrace of the present moment, regardless of its challenges. It allows us to find meaning and purpose in every experience, transforming adversity into an opportunity for growth and resilience. It's crucial to differentiate amor fati from passive resignation. While resignation implies a sense of helplessness or defeat, amor fati is a proactive love and enthusiasm for life in all its forms. It's an attitude that champions the idea of making the best out of every situation, finding joy and purpose in whatever happens, and refusing to be victimized by the vicissitudes of life. This proactive embrace of our fate is empowering, as it allows us to navigate life with a sense of purpose and agency, rather than being tossed about by external forces. It allows us to transform adversity into an opportunity for growth and resilience. Practical exercise, gratitude journaling. To cultivate this amor fati, engage in gratitude journaling. Write down one challenging event each day and find something positive or a learning opportunity in it. This cultivates an attitude of loving what fate brings. In a difficult life phase like job loss, focus on the opportunities it presents, such as time for self-improvement or exploring new career paths, embodying the love of one's fate. This exercise helps to shift our perspective from focusing on what is lacking to appreciating what we have and what we can learn from our experiences. It promotes a sense of gratitude and allows us to find meaning and purpose even in the face of adversity. Lesson 10. Practicing Stoic indifference for inner tranquility. The final key to mental mastery. In the final lesson of our series on Stoic philosophy, we explore the concept of Stoic indifference, an essential practice for mind control and achieving inner tranquility. This principle, central to the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers, involves cultivating an attitude of indifference towards things that are beyond our control. Stoic indifference is about maintaining a composed and balanced state of mind regardless of external circumstances. It involves distinguishing between what matters and what doesn't, what is within our control and what isn't. The Stoics teach us that while we should care deeply about our character and actions, we should remain indifferent to things outside our influence. This indifference is not a form of apathy, but a conscious choice to focus our energies on what truly matters and to avoid being swept away by external events. It allows us to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose, maintaining our inner peace regardless of the challenges we face. We are encouraged to invest our emotional energy and focus only on things we can change or influence. For everything else, we practice indifference. This doesn't mean we don't acknowledge these external events, but rather that we don't let them disturb our inner peace. This selective focus is empowering, as it allows us to conserve our mental energy and to direct it towards what truly matters: our character, actions, and relationships. It allows us to navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Stoic indifference also involves maintaining emotional equanimity. By not allowing ourselves to be overly elated by positive events or unduly distressed by negative ones, we can respond to all situations with a level head and rational thought. This balanced emotional state is crucial for making wise decisions and living a life aligned with Stoic virtues. This emotional equanimity is not about suppressing our feelings, but about understanding and managing them with reason. It allows us to experience a full range of emotions without being overwhelmed by them, maintaining our inner peace and composure regardless of external circumstances. Practical exercise: indifference in action. To cultivate this Stoic indifference, practice indifference in action. When encountering a minor inconvenience like a long line, consciously remind yourself that it is insignificant in the grand scheme and practice remaining calm and indifferent. If a planned outing gets canceled, instead of feeling disappointed, use the time for self-reflection or a personal hobby, practicing indifference to change plans. These small exercises help to train our minds to maintain perspective and to avoid being overly attached to external events or outcomes. They promote a sense of inner calm and resilience, allowing us to navigate life with greater ease and equanimity. Conclusion: embracing the Stoic path to a well-lived life. As we conclude our enlightening journey through the world of Stoicism, remember that the power to shape your reality lies within the fortress of your own mind. You have now been equipped with the ancient yet timeless tools of Stoic wisdom, each one a key to unlocking greater mental strength, tranquility, and resilience. Carry these teachings with you as you sail through life's ever-changing tides. Let the storms come. You are now the master of your own mind, a skilled navigator in the vast ocean of existence. Embrace each day as an opportunity to practice these principles, to cultivate a life of purpose, balance, and inner peace. Remember, in the words of Marcus Aurelius, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Thank you for joining us on this transformative journey. May the Stoic path lead you to a life of serenity and fulfillment. Continue to control your mind, and let it be your greatest ally in the art of living well. Until our paths cross again, fare forward with the calm confidence of a true Stoic. Key takeaways: the power of perception. Shape your reality by consciously choosing your perceptions. Rationality and control. Focus your energy on what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Mind control. Build an inner citadel through mindfulness, self-reflection, and virtuous living. Mastering responses. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth and practice mindful responses. Resilience through acceptance. Embrace what you cannot change and build mental strength through acceptance. Emotional agility. Navigate your emotions effectively with rationality and mindfulness. Stoic detachment. Maintain objectivity and avoid attachment to external circumstances. Reflective meditation. Engage in regular self-examination to align your actions with Stoic values. Embracing amor fati. Love your fate and find joy in every experience. Practicing indifference. Maintain inner tranquility by practicing indifference to things outside your control. By integrating these principles into your daily life, you could transform your mind into a powerful tool for navigating the complexities of the world with grace, wisdom, and unwavering inner peace. The Stoic path is a journey of continuous self-improvement, a lifelong pursuit of virtue and fulfillment. Embrace the challenge and unlock the potential for a life of true meaning and purpose.